Chapter 1. A Boy from South Africa. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971. He was a quiet and curious child. From a young age, he loved to read. He read science fiction books, technology magazines, and anything he could find. His favorite stories were about space, robots, and the future. He would spend hours imagining other planets, spaceships, and life beyond Earth. Elon also loved computers. When he was 10, he got his first computer, a Commodore VIC-20. Most kids played video games, but Elon wanted to know how they worked. He learned how to program by himself. He read the manual and practiced every day. At age 12, he made a simple video game called Blastar. He sold the game to a magazine for $500. That was his first step into the world of technology. He felt proud and inspired. Other children liked sports, but Elon liked to think and invent. He sometimes got bullied at school. He was small and quiet, and some children did not understand him. One time, a group of boys pushed him down the stairs and he had to go to the hospital. But he did not let the pain stop him. He just kept learning. He said, "One day I want to go to space." People laughed, but Elon kept dreaming. He believed that imagination was more powerful than fear. At home, Elon read many books. He loved The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and The Lord of the Rings. These books made him dream of adventure and courage. He also read science books, learning about physics, space travel, and electricity. His heroes were inventors like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. He wanted to be like them, people who changed the world. His childhood was not always happy. His parents divorced when he was young. He lived with his father, who was strict and not very kind. Elon spent a lot of time alone, thinking and building things. He built model rockets and robots in his room. He once made a homemade computer game for his younger brother, Kimball. That early love for technology would later shape his whole life. Chapter 2. Moving to New Places. When Elon was a teenager, he wanted to leave South Africa. He didn't like the system there and he wanted more freedom. He also wanted to avoid the mandatory military service, which he disagreed with. At age 17, he moved to Canada to find better opportunities. He believed that America was the land where big ideas could grow. But first he had to start in Canada, where his mother was born. Elon went to Queen's University in Ontario. He worked many jobs to pay for school, cleaning boilers, cutting wood, and working on farms. These jobs were hard, but he didn't complain. He knew this was part of the journey. At university, he met many interesting people. One of them was Justine, who later became his first wife. They talked about books, ideas, and the future. After 2 years, Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the USA. He studied physics and economics, two subjects that helped him understand how the world worked. Physics taught him the rules of nature, and economics taught him the rules of business. He did well in school and often stayed up all night thinking about problems and inventions. While in college, Elon wrote business ideas in his notebook. He had a dream to build things that could help the world. He said, "I care about problems that affect the future of humanity." He believed in finding big problems, like energy, space travel, and the internet, and solving them. His friends noticed he thought deeply and spoke like someone from the future. One summer, Elon and his friend rented a big house and turned it into a nightclub to earn extra money. They charged people to come to their parties and used the profits to pay for rent. Elon didn't drink much. He preferred watching how people acted and learning how businesses worked. He was already practicing being an entrepreneur. Chapter 3. First Companies and First Success. After Elon finished his studies at the University of Pennsylvania, he moved to California with big dreams. California was the heart of technology and new ideas, the place where many young entrepreneurs tried to change the world. Elon and his brother Kimball started a company called Zip2. Zip2 helped newspapers create websites so people could read news online. At that time, the internet was still new, and many people didn't understand its power. Elon worked very hard. He spent many nights sleeping in the office because he wanted to save money and keep the company alive. He took cold showers at the YMCA because he didn't want to pay for a hotel. He was often tired and stressed, but never gave up. The work was difficult. Elon had to learn about business, coding, and marketing. He met many investors and gave presentations to get money for Zip2. Sometimes people said no, but Elon stayed confident. In 1999, after years of hard work, Zip2 was sold to a big company for $307 million. Elon received $22 million from the deal. That was his first big success. But he was not interested in money for itself. He wanted to use it to create something even bigger. With his new money, Elon started a new company called X.com. X.com was an online bank. It was one of the first companies that let people send money using the internet. This was a new idea that many people did not trust yet. X.com grew quickly and later merged with another company to become PayPal. PayPal became very popular because it made online payments easy and safe. In 2002, PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Elon received $180 million from the sale. This made him a millionaire at a young age. But he did not stop dreaming. Instead, he thought about bigger problems, like space travel and clean energy. Elon had always loved space since he was a child. Now, with money from his companies, he wanted to make his biggest dream come true, to build rockets and go to Mars. In 2002, he started a new company called SpaceX, short for Space Exploration Technologies. This was a big risk, because building rockets was very expensive and only governments had done it before. People thought Elon was crazy. They said, "He's not a rocket scientist. How can he build rockets?" But Elon did not give up. He studied books about rockets and space travel. He learned from experts and hired smart engineers who believed in his dream. He wanted to make rockets that were cheaper and could fly again and again. SpaceX's first rocket was called Falcon 1. It was a small rocket, but it had to work perfectly. The first launch in 2006 failed. The second launch in 2007 also failed. The third launch in 2008 failed too. Many people said Elon should stop and that he had wasted his money. But Elon used his own money to keep the company alive. He worked day and night, talked to engineers, and fixed problems. He said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." Each failure was a lesson. On the fourth try, in September 2008, Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit. It was a historic moment, the first privately built rocket to reach space. NASA and other companies started to notice SpaceX. Soon, NASA gave SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract to deliver supplies to the International Space Station. This was a huge success for Elon and SpaceX. The company had survived many failures and now was changing the future of space travel. Elon's dream was still bigger. He wanted to build rockets that could take people to Mars, to start a new life on another planet. Many people thought it was impossible, but Elon believed in the power of hard work and imagination.